I just finished listening to this album and wow. Now, before I start, there's a lot of things I want to say. Now, first off, I'm doing this early in the morning, and yes, I'm not gonna lie, I did just finish listening to this album, and I have a lot to say because, first off, Rapsody is one of my favorite female rappers alongside with Rico Nasty and Miss Elliott, but definitely it's between Rapsody, No Name, and Rico Nasty that are my favorites in female side of rap. But yeah, before we start with this review, I want to say my initial review I did. The last one I did was Young Thug, So Much Fun. There's a lot that I have to discuss. It's because I know some of you guys are very upset with the review, and I won't lie, I'm upset myself, and it's not because the rating I give it, but it's the way how I described it, and I made it seem like it was a bad album, and that's why I gave it a bad rating. But you know, all right. So hint by the end. Well, I can't say by the end for sure, but somewhere around next year, I will do a top five albums I changed my mind on, whether it was good or bad. Now that's going to be, kind of mixture, but not really because in partial, it's going to be like albums I liked that changed my mind on, and also albums I disliked. It could really be side to side. It don't matter if it's an album I like. You never know if it's going to go higher in the ratings or lower. So same thing with albums I dislike from this year. You never know if it changes or not. So yeah, that's all I really have to say. All I could really say is, it's my opinion at the end of the day. You guys could have your own opinion and comment down below how you really feel about the projects that I review. And yeah, so we're gonna get into it. Also, yes, I was going to make a video. ASAP Ferg's released the album, which 9 tracks, and I was gonna review it. But the thing is, when I stopped recording and I started editing my videos, it turns out the video was upside down. I'm like, nigga, what? So I had to do it again, and then it repetitive kept doing it. I was just like, you know what? Let me just not do it no more. It's just completely a waste of time. So I just stopped doing that. And if you're wondering why is it so bright, well, I got the nightlight on. So yeah. Anyways, let's just start with Rhapsody's album. It's called Eve, and I'd say this album definitely amazes me, and it's like a follow up to, I believe it's called Layla's Wisdom album, which I really enjoy that so far. All I can really say is right now she's 2 for 2 because I really enjoyed this album in a good way, and it's just fantastic, and I'm glad she's really sticking up to herself and standing up, like saying, you could be more than what you already are. Basically, be who you are as a person and don't be someone or don't follow someone else's shadow if, you're directly going to your own. A good message, and surprised me the most was Queen Latifah's appearance. For those that don't know who Queen Latifah is, she's one of the OGs of hip hop music, the ones that basically started for the females, going on with MC Light as well. But Queen Latifah was the main spotlight for the album because it's like this woman started 40 years ago, and it's like she's continuing doing it. But it's like it's not that she's an OG of hip hop. It's just more than that. It's surprising, and it kind of gave me chills because of her delivery in the track as she aggressively speaks, and that's what I like about a lot of rappers is how aggressive they can be because it makes it more realistic to the song you're delivering to. And why are your expressions like this? It's realistic because D'Angelo, RZA, J. Cole, and now that we're talking about features, these features were all great. Like, they were fantastic. I had no issue with anyone. They all did their part. This album made me feel like it was something from 2000s. We honestly didn't deserve this album, but it was really good. I really like it. The production, as I mentioned, good. I like that it's only 16 songs, so that's a point right there. I know. Also, another reason about the Young Thugs album that I mentioned was just how long the track, well, the full length of the album was, and I just don't like how an album is 22 tracks. It's just no point. Like, it's just so much, and I understand if it was a mixtape, sure, but if it's an album, I'm just like, you know what? I'm taking a point off. It's just no. Basically, as I mentioned, a continuation to her first debut album back in 2017. I'm pretty sure it was her debut. I'm not so sure. But whatever the case was, I really enjoy that project. And same with this one. They're both very related to each other and it has that connection. And that's pretty much all I have to say for this project. I give this a wisdom 8 out of 10. Following up to her debut, I really enjoyed her music from there. She just continuously kept surprising me and amazing me with her delivery, her flows, and her chemistry is good so far. I really have so much hope for this artist and can't wait for more of her work that's coming up in the future. Who knows? Maybe 2020s could be so much better than 2010s. Who knows? But people will say music can change, and it is true. Music does change over time, and we'll have to see how it'll eventually change, whether it's good or bad. But for now, I want to let you guys know, well, let me know, how do you guys feel about this album? Was it good? Was it bad to you? Check it out. Link in the description down below. Also, link description down to my Instagram, possibly if I forget or not, because I do have an Instagram social media. I just don't really tell you guys that because it's too early for that. Right now, I'm just a reviewer that's trying to get subscriptions. So yeah. Anyways, peace.